Okay, looking back at last week, briefly, thought it was a positive opener. Did a lot of good things. Had solid play from the quarterback position. Matt Asiata had a big night. David Reed had a big night. Offense was efficient in general. Had 500 plus yards of total offense, 27 first downs. So a lot of good things. Did make some errors. We turned the ball over 3 times, which we got to get corrected. You're not going to win a lot of football games if you're turning the ball over 3 times consistently, and so we've got to get that addressed. Disappointing on the goal line stand. We got stopped on a 4th and inches on the goal line, which is something that we've got to be more physical in that situation. But overall, positive night from the offense. Defense, good effort. Made some mistakes. We didn't tackle as well as we usually do. Some mental mistakes, which led to a couple big plays, most notably the 96-yard touchdown run, which was something that's uncharacteristic of our defense. But we'll continue to work and correct those problems and get better. Perhaps the most consistent and just the best aspect of our game was the special teams. The kicking game was good in all 4 phases. We made all our PATs and field goals. The return game was solid. The coverage game was good. Blocked a punt. So really, really pleased. And that was relative to, the inexperience we have on special teams. We got a brand new punter, brand new place kicker, brand new snapper, brand new holder, brand new returners. All those guys are new. And so for them to come out and put in a solid performance on opening night was very encouraging. We need that to continue. San Jose State, it's our first road trip of the year. They're coming off a tough loss. They had to go into Memorial Coliseum and play the Trojans, which is a tall order for anybody. They were ahead 3-0 after 1 quarter, but it was downhill after that. Ended up losing that football game, obviously. You can't really. We don't put a lot of stock in that whether they would have won 56-3 or got beat 56-3. We prepare and approach the game the same way. You just got to do your thing, go through your process throughout the course of the week, and be ready to play. They've got some good athletes. Quarterback's a good athlete, Kyle Reed. The tailback is very talented. They got some front guys on defense that are very good players as well. In fact, they lost a great one last year. I think it was a 3rd-round draft choice. They got a couple guys that are very good coming back that are just like that guy. So we'll have to show up and play consistent football and make plays and correct the things that we were deficient at against Utah State, and then hopefully we'll move forward. Well, Terrence, like I said, he was solid, 20 for 30. Completed 2/3 of his balls. 280 plus yards. Did have an interception. It was on a deflected ball. It wasn't a bad throw. In fact, it was a good throw. Just one of those unfortunate tip ball situations that the defense came down with. But what we need to do is continue to get him playing the way he did Thursday night, as far as his pocket poise, his presence, his decision making. We need to get him a little more involved in the run game. He's got as you saw when he took off a couple times, he's an exceptionally quick and fast kid, and so we've got to make sure we continue to build upon that every week. But Terrence just needs to do what he did last week, and that is get the ball to David Reed, get the ball to Matt Asiata, and just be a guy that doesn't get antsy in the pocket. He gets the ball out of his hand quick. He's got a lot of very good qualities to his game. And, we just need him to continue to work on everything. We'll present a little more of the offense to him each week. It'll be a little more expanded each and every week with the game plan, and just keep building upon that as long as he demonstrates that he can handle all that. We hope Koomisi plays. He practiced yesterday. Didn't do the full practice. He was limited, but what he did do, he was fine. He showed no ill effects after practice of any setback, and so right now we're counting on him playing unless something unforeseen happens. Very well coached, first of all. He's one of the best in the business. You look at his track record at Hawaii, at Arizona, and now at San Jose. He's won a lot of football games. I had the benefit of learning a great deal of Coach Tomey's philosophies and how he works vicariously through Coach McBride, or through Coach McBride, I guess. Vicariously might be the wrong word, but Coach McBride hung on to a lot of what Coach Tomey did as he worked. He worked for him for several years at Arizona, brought a lot of that to Utah, and so particularly in the recruiting area. And I just think I got the utmost respect for him. He's his teams are always well prepared. Typically, special teams is a strong suit of his football teams. And his players believe he does a great job. He's the epitome of a player's coach. The players love him, and they know that he cares about them, and consequently they perform for him. Way too early. I think it's ridiculous to have any rankings prior to the 4th or 5th week of the season. That's my own personal opinion. You ask 10 people, you might have 10 different answers to that, but it's all speculation, and really there's no substance until about week 4 or 5 to base those rankings upon. You got to see how the matchups play out from week to week, and so. But the system, it is what it is. I don't think it's changing, and so we just don't put a whole lot of stock in rankings up until you start getting 4 or 5 weeks into the season. No doubt, it's a process. It's a process that is week to week, season to season. You just continue to build your case, and you do it on the field. Nobody really cares what you say. I've said that several times. You just got to keep going out and playing well, particularly in those higher profile games. In the conference we beat each other up pretty good, but when we get outside the conference, that's when you really are able to demonstrate what you're all about. You saw a taste of it. Like I said, we ran a QB draw and then escaped out of the pocket once or twice and got positive yards for us. But he's a guy that is very capable. Is a very capable runner, and we have to, as I mentioned, that will be more a part of the game plan as the season goes on. Now we don't want to expose him to too many hits, and you got to be careful and you got to be smart with how you handle it. But with his running capabilities, that's certainly a weapon that we need to utilize far more so than we did Thursday night.